Yo, what's up? This your boy M Breezy back at it again, man, like I always do around this time. What's up, Cowboy Nation? What's up, YouTube? Hey, man, y'all already know how it go, man. If you're new to the channel, man, hit that subscribe button. After watching the video, man, hit that like button and share the video, and let's continue to help the channel grow. And I really do appreciate you guys for tuning in. So let's get on with the show for today. I got a good show for y'all today, man. But you fanny pack wearing Prescott fanboys, you 100-pack taking Prescott fanboys, you're not gonna like this. So if I were you, I'll tune out, because you guys are very sensitive when it comes to this guy. And the 4-time winning Super Bowl quarterback Terry Bradshaw has made some remarks about the quarterback over the weekend, and you guys are not gonna like this. But hey, it is what it is. We can care less about what you guys like. So let's get on with it, man. But before I get into this Terry Bradshaw clip, man, I got a clip I want y'all to hear from Gavin Dawson, the guy on 105.3 The Fan. The guy got some very good insight on the Cowboys, and he got his own YouTube. He started YouTube channel, and they call How About Wow. That is Cowboys YouTube channel, Gavin Dawson. And we're gonna listen to him, man, and see what he had to say about this Terry Bradshaw situation. And we're gonna come back and break down what Terry Bradshaw had to say, about Dak Prescott. So let's get into it.
7041. But Newbear, we're going to start with this Terry Bradshaw story. I don't know what you make a Terry these days. And I don't even think I got the link up properly. Oh, there it is. Steelers legend Terry Bradshaw calls Dak Prescott signing Jerry Jones big mistake as the Cowboys face a $240 million salary cap reality. And, I think what he's talking about is legit. I think we've done coverage of this story, Dak. I think he's got at best the second worst contract in the NFL. And that's even if you consider Deshaun Watson still relevant, because, I don't.
The second worst contract in the NFL behind Deshaun Watson. And it makes it so bad, man. Deshaun Watson haven't played a full year ever since he got that contract from Cleveland Browns. Hey, man, that's a bad contract. That's a bad. At least Dak Prescott playing. He might not be playing good, but at least he's playing.
I think he's going to play another down under that contract, but it still exists. I don't think it's as bad as Jalen Smith's at $10 million. That guy could only had one leg, and Terrence Steele at $20 million. Zeke already showing signs of slowing down. They gave him a contract that wasn't exceeded at the running back position for a long time. To me, I just think the bigger problem here is that the Cowboys, aren't building around Dak like they need to in order to get a championship done around him, New Bear.
Hey, I disagree with that, man, because the Cowboys have won. Man, y'all can't look, man. See, this is what I be saying, man. Sometimes, man, I know when you're radio personnel, sometimes you might not want to say the inevitable, but man, look, the Cowboys were 12-5 3 years in a row, man. That man had 9 All-Pros on one team, man. So I don't want to hear this, man, about the Cowboys are not building around Dak Prescott, man. That's all they've been doing ever since he came to the league, man. They've been building around Dak Prescott. So, man, that notion, man, is getting old, man. It's getting old. That's why I'm glad a lot of people are out here, especially in the big-time media, are calling Dak Prescott out, man, because it's about time. It's about time for this guy to be called out.
Well, I lose you. I got you.
No, I'm here. I think with...
Hey, by the way, this guy right here is his sidekick. He called New Bear. He's a Dak Prescott fanboy to the fullest.
The Sun River from Sun River to the Three Rivers, we might have just a little bit of heartbeat of a delay or so, is that everywhere you look, someone is trying to either shove him way up, approaching the top 5, or push him way down and put some god-awful guy like Trevor Lawrence, the prince that was promised, in front of us. And the only thing that matters for Dak relative to the $60 million is that when he to that NFC East ass. And as long as he can stay healthy this year, I think we're about to get a lot of answers, because like you said, they haven't built around him. But right now, with CD and GP, with a healthy Fergie, with 3 first-round picks in that offensive line, we're about to bleep around and find out.
We're about to find out. You heard you say this is a Prescott fanboy. This is a Dak Prescott fanboy. He probably wears a fanny pack too. He said we're about to F around and find out, because he said we got 3 number 1 picks on that line. George Pickens, CeeDee Lamb, a healthy Jake Ferguson. Hey, man, we don't want to hear no more excuses, man, this year, man. Everybody sees it now. Everybody finally sees it now that Jerry Jones has went out and did his job, him and Stephen Jones. So we don't want no more crying, no more excuse making for this quarterback. And this year, it's going to be the year. Dak Prescott, and when the national media is going to turn on him if he don't produce. And boy, we know when that pressure on, that spotlight come on, when that bright light come on the main stage, we know this guy loses focus. This guy goes into a frenzy. He can't think. He don't. Sometimes out there on the football field, I don't even think he knows where he's at half of the time in no big game.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot to like here, and maybe Dak's 10, 15% overpaid. Maybe it's 30% overpaid, but I don't think it has to prevent them from winning.
I think he's 80% overpaid. He's 80% overpaid because he's not worth $20 million a year is what he's worth out of that $60 million a year. Hey, man, look, the guy is horrible.
They won 12 games 3 years in a row with him at 40. And at the time, that was a market-setting contract. 4 years later, now it's at 60. So they were highly competitive. And I did a video a couple of weeks ago. If it wasn't for injuries in 21, 22, 23, they might have very well figured out a way to beat San Francisco or Green Bay in one of those playoff games.
Okay, what injuries is he talking about? We know Pollard got hurt. Before halftime, and the last time they played the 49, we lost 19-12. I think that was the final score. So what other injuries he talking about in no other game against the 49? We had everybody over there. Everybody was there. Everybody was healthy. So the Green Bay Packers game, what injuries he talking about? I want to know what injuries is they talking about with Dak Prescott. I just want to know, man. Because it seems like to me, every time we go to the playoff and Dak Prescott there, he's healthy. He's in the game. He haven't been hurt in none of those games. So what injuries are these guys talking about?
Or had a higher seed that would have avoided those kind of matchups. I do think this organization has done a lot right, even though it's a head scratcher, why you would just cave to Dak Prescott, who not a top five, not a bottom five. I think he's somewhere between the 10th and 15th best quarterback.
Hey, man told the truth. He's somewhere in between the 10 and the 15 best quarterback in the NFL. That's where he should stay. And some Cowboy fans believe he's worse than that.
2022 and 2024 weren't great, but I think you really put him in a tough situation. You take pressure and space away from, or you take space away from Dak and you put him under pressure. Completely different player, and I think they've learned that, but they should have enough. I think when you talk about, hey, this is a massive mistake, what you're saying is, this is preventing you from winning. But I mean, you can get around the cap. Just ask Jeffrey Lurie, and if you make a $5 or $10 million mistake, it doesn't have to mean that you can't get to the top of the mountain.
Hey, man, the guy spoke the truth. The gospel. The guy spoke the gospel ain't about this quarterback, man. Dak Prescott somewhere between 10 and 15, and some fans got him between 15 and 20. That's just the reality of it, man. And that's the truth. Let these fanboys tell it. This guy is all the way down in the top 5, and it's a shame. It's a shame. And it was one of these Dak Prescott Fannie Pack win fans gave his top 10 for Dak Prescott, and the guy had Dak Prescott in the top 10 2 times. Y'all might know who he is. I ain't gonna call no name, but hey, man, these guys, him. Hey, I tell y'all, there's no telling what these guys would do to protect Dak Prescott. But let's get into this article, man, about what Terry Bradshaw had to say about this quarterback, Dak Prescott. It says the Steelers legend Terry Bradshaw calls Dak Prescott signing Jerry Jones big mistake as Cowboys face $240 million cap reality. Dallas Cowboys rarely stray far from the spotlight, yet one Hall of Famer quarterback just turned up the heat. On a recent episode of the To The Point Home Services podcast, 4-time Pro Bowl champion Terry Bradshaw questioned the direction of Jerry Jones' franchise. Bradshaw hinted that a string of pricey roster moves could soon collide with harsh cap reality. His blunt assessment left fans on both sides of the Steelers-Cowboys rivalry eager to hear. Cowboys' big contract, small playoff results raised tough questions for Dallas. Bradshaw began to mild respect, then pivoted sharply. Haven't you gotten used to Jerry? That's not ever going to change. I don't understand it, but it's his team. Like him because he's good to me. But that's what he wants, he said, highlighting Jones' iron grip approach to football decision. After praising Dallas drafting, Bradshaw reminded that scouts, not Jones, are responsible for finding most of the talent. The conversation soon shifted to credit, something Jones has craved since the Jimmy Johnson divorce in the 90s. And if the Cowboys win again, some people, like Jerry, just want credit. That's one of the problems he's had with Jimmy, Bradshaw added. That thing matters in 2025 because Jones is carrying 3 headline contracts at once. Dallas locked Dak Prescott into a 4-year, $240 million deal minutes before the kickoff last September the 8th. Then extended CeeDee Lamb and now faces a blockbuster negotiation with Michael Parsons. Prescott, Pat alone claims roughly 24% of the projected 2026 $307 million salary cap. The quarterback resume is strong with 3 Pro Bowls, 2022 Walter Payton Man of the Year honors, and second place MVP finish in 2023. Yet, playoff returns lag behind the investment. Dallas is 2-5 in the postseason since Prescott arrived and has not advanced past the divisional round. Bradshaw zeroed in on that dilemma. I don't know. He made a mistake in signing Dak Prescott. I feel that was a big mistake, he said. A very big mistake in signing Rain Dakota Prescott, like all the real Cowboy fans knew. And a lot of people out there in the media, they just don't want to say that now because, Cowboy draw a lot of ratings. They want the ratings to come in the same way they do LeBron James and the Lakers. Because clicks and views bring ratings up and bring the money in. And, Lakers and LeBron James, every year they talk about the same thing. The Lakers going to win the final. The Lakers going to do this, the Lakers going to do that. All during the year, they win a few games here, win a few games there. But when it matters the most, man, guess what? First round, they go home. LeBron James, just like Dak Prescott. These guys draw money in because these are the most 2 overrated superstars I ever seen in my life. And the article goes on to say the critique echoed a growing chorus of Cowboy fans who worry that tying elite money to solid but not elite playoff production leaves too little for roster depth. 8 weeks after the extension, Prescott tore his hamstring and missed the final 9 games, derailing a season that already set at 3-5. With a franchise steep in quarterback glory, Prescott now ranks 3rd in passing yards behind Tony Romo and Troy Aikman, but only 5th in wins, a metric that often defines legacies in Dallas. Cowboys executive Stephen Jones provided updates on Prescott's recovery in March, saying the quarterback was thrilled with where he is in his rehab process. However, questions remains about whether he'll be ready for full participation when training camp opens up. So, there you heard what Terry Bradshaw had to say, man, about the Dallas Cowboys. Jerry Jones overpaying his quarterback. It's an overrated quarterback, which is true. And these guys always say, man, that they need to keep Dak Prescott healthy. Man, this man being healthy, man, in every playoff game that he played in. Only time Dak Prescott is injured when we don't make the playoff. And most of that time, heading into the playoff, we already have a losing record. Like in 2020 when he broke his ankle, we was 1-3, heading to be 1-4 in that game against the Cleveland, New York Football Giants until Cooper Rush came in and we won that game. But hey man, so I'm tired of these people trying to act like, because they'll try to fool you if you listen to what they say, because the national media would try to feed you lies. They act like people don't listen to what they be saying, try to sway you in a different way. But man, don't let nobody fool y'all, man. Dak Prescott has been healthy in every playoff game that he's played in. So that notion that we need to keep Dak Prescott healthy, man, forget about that, man. The man, he is what he is. He is what he is. But let's listen to this second clip we got from this guy, Gavin Dawson. And what he says right here make a whole lot of sense about the Cowboys. Only way that we can get a team that's good enough to go and try to, participate, try to win a Super Bowl and try to compete.
I've been thinking a lot about this Dak contract situation and how the Cowboys could win a Super Bowl this offseason. And tell me if you agree or disagree with this, but I don't know if they can win unless they have a quarterback who's truly elite on a rookie deal,
On a rookie deal, elite, hey, Joe Milton III, this is where the guy comes in at. Only chance that we got to go and try to compete for a Super Bowl is with a young quarterback on a rookie contract deal. We haven't, but we don't never put him in. Jerry Jones goes out and get his man all this money, and he tries to protect his investment by not putting guys in that behind Dak Prescott that are better than Dak Prescott. See, Dak Prescott has ruined a lot of careers, man, on the Dallas Cowboys, man. Defense, offense, man. This guy has ruined a lot of talent, man. He wasted a lot of talent, too, because this guy, man, this year, it's when it all going to come down to it, man. These fanboys will have to get a grip on reality. If this guy don't do it, man, this year, man, but what the first thing they say? And you might well get used to it. You're a Dak Prescott hater. He going to be here for the next 4 years. And guess what? I'm going to cook his ass for the next 4 years. How about that?
Because once you start paying these guys, okay, they're going to make a 10 to 15% mistake. Is it engagement farming or just bad negotiating? I don't know. They're not going to do free agency because they're going to say, we got to pay our own guys. So if you go on a great run drafting players, that's going to eat up all their cap, and they're not going to have any money left to trade for guys or sign free agents. So maybe it's not just quarterback. Maybe they need to have a quarterback and an edge or wide receiver or corner all on their rookie deals in order to get enough good players on their team to win the Super Bowl.
Man, we had CeeDee Lamb, Michael Parsons, Pollard, Z, all these guys. We had a lot of guys, man, on a cheap deal, man. Bland, Trayvon Diggs, man, Gallup, man. We had a lot of guys, man, Pro Bowlers, man, on their rookie deals, man, in their rookie contract. So, man, look, I don't want to hear that, man. I don't want to hear it. I don't heard it all before. I don't heard every excuse in the world to try to protect Dak Prescott, man. Boy, hey, the wall is closing in. Closing in on it, y'all. Wall is closing in. These excuses, they're jam packed. Sooner or later, they're going to have to come up out of that because there will be no more room for excuses. And the writing's on the wall. This year is the year. Hey, keep on listening. Keep on listening.
So one of the things that's often lost, in these contracts, these rookie contracts, particularly the NFL rookie contracts, is that people forget that it takes a couple more years for the really crooked numbers to affect what you do. And I'll give you an example. Jalen Hurts is a rookie 2020, right? So 20, 21, 22, 23, right? He's a second round pick. So that's 4.
These Dak Prescott fanboys always got to throw Jalen Hurts in there some kind of way. They always got to throw Jalen Hurts in there some kind of way, man. Jalen Hurts is a Super Bowl champion and a Super Bowl MVP, man. Y'all might well get over it, man. It is what it is, man. It is what it is, man. And some of these guys in the conversation, they say, I'm an Eagles fan. Man, get the hell out of him with that bullshit. Get the hell out of him with that bullshit. I'm a Cowboy fan. I'm a truth teller. That's what it is. You guys hate the truth. I don't know why you guys hate the truth, man. See, you get the young YNs on your channel, man, down in the comment section, man, believe everything you say, man. Got these young guys food. They are food to the fullest, man. They, like I said, this is what's wrong with Cowboy Nation. They will believe anything these clowns put out on YouTube about the Dallas Cowboys, about Dak Prescott. They will believe anything, man, anything. That's the problem with the Cowboys.
3 years of team control, and then he signs the 5-year, $255 million contract. And you go, how in the world are the Philadelphia Eagles building this roster with a $55 million quarterback? And you go,
hey, look how he's saying it all nonchalant. He's hurt deep down inside. He's hurt, man. He's hurting. Boy, when the Eagles won Super Bowl last year with Jalen Hurts, man, a lot of Cowboy fans are hurt. They are hurt because they thought that Dak Prescott was better than Jalen Hurts. Man, the guy is not. I don't care what y'all say. Jalen Hurts has beaten more winning teams with winning records than Dak Prescott ever could think of. And that's just reality. I don't care about how much help he had. Dak Prescott has had the same amount of help that this guy had. But the thing about it is, Jalen Hurts don't lose the game. That right there give room to say that this is a good player, that's a good player, and all the other good player talent shows. Like Dak Prescott, he played bad, the whole team plays bad. He killed the whole morale of the football team with his quarterback play. Now you can say I'm lying, you don't want to believe it or not, but that's on you.
Well, when you really break it down, his cap hit this year's 20. Last year it was only 14. It was under 14. Next year it's still only 32, 2027.
And the
40.
Cowboys were able to do this a lot in Dak's second contract, but now they've pushed so much into the future that they have to push this year's contract into the future just to get it respectable. You know,
Right.
If they didn't do that, it'd be like $100 million.
Hey man, now you heard what he guy had to say, man. You had to hear what Terry Bradshaw had to say. Terry Bradshaw ain't lying. And Jimmy Johnson said the same thing, that they made a mistake by signing Dak Prescott. And I know a lot of you going to say, Jimmy Johnson was, he didn't want to say it, pay the man. But Jerry Jones put himself in that situation. Him and his son, Stephen Jones. And to this day, I still think Stephen Jones was behind that, was talking about pay that man that money. Hey, that's just me. Hey, man. Hit that like button, man. Subscribe to the channel, man. And leave my comment down below, man. Tell me what you guys think about what he got to say about Rain Dakota Prescott. Until the next time, it's your boy Breezy, and I'm out. YN. Holla. YN.
As you get older in this sport,
JoJo.
as you get older,
All right, brother, be safe.
as you get older in this sport, how much do you think about the legacy I'm leaving with this franchise? Because obviously this franchise is judged on championships.
Yeah, I want to win a championship. The legacy, the things, whatever comes after I finish playing will take care of itself. I want to win a championship. Be damned if it's just for my legacy or it's for this team, for my personal being, for my sanity. Yeah, the legacy will take care of itself. I have to stay where my feet are.
Oh, no, we both won.
Yeah.
It ain't no A, B, none of that. It's one. You look over there, you see one. You look over here, you see another one. So do what you got to do with that.